what is worse about you having a hard time with studies is that you accepted the offer. You applied and said you want to be in varsity. So you know what? Let's do this. Yep. Let's get into the studies. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sagwadi Wakarabutla and I'm back again with another assignment day. We are just addressing all the elephants in that LLP room. And today we will be doing, oh my gosh, why not? Why would I? How can I not appreciate you guys? Guys, my channel is growing at a rate that I did not expect. Because I thought I'm just this boring girl who is just out there doing assignments, doing answers, and some people don't not getting the message of the answers are there to help them to understand how to do. Some people need to hear the answers to understand how to answer, not for them to copy. But there are people who actually understand what I'm doing. They actually learn something. They don't come and copy. They just listen and, oh, okay, this is how I must approach this. But I'm so grateful because I'm growing because you are sharing, telling people about me. I mean, I'm just a girl who needs justice for my hair, guys. Anyway, guys, I just want to let you know that I appreciate you so much. And, the way I'm saying it's growing so fast is that I was like 1 week planning my 500,000. No, but God will bless us. God will bless us with 500,000 followers or subscribers. My 5,000 subscribers celebration. Jiggy, jiggy, when I wake up, boom, I'm at 6. I'm like, hey, wait, I appreciate it. I love it. I love it. But I bought a candle for written 5. Now I have to buy 6. And I need to do it fast because I can wake up to 7. And I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much, guys. Each and every one of you on this channel makes a difference in my life. Okay? And I love you so much. I appreciate you. You know I love kisses, my sweets. Anyway, let's address legal philosophy, the 4th year one. LJU4801. That is assignment 2. That is due, I think, on the 10th. Yeah, booze. Anyway, it reads, proper referencing must be used. This entails that every argument or idea taken from another source or any piece of information neutralized from another source needs to be provided with a separate footnote reference. Long quotes from sources are not allowed. Students must summarize arguments and ideas from sources in their own words. Short quotes must be provided with quotation marks and with a corresponding footnote. The biggest thing about this module is you have to reference. And referencing to you may sound like, oh, it means I can copy it because I'm referencing, I'm acknowledging. No! You have to reference the idea that you got somewhere else. Because even if you write in your own words, the idea will always be the same. So if you got it somewhere else, proper referencing, meaning that if you are referencing a case, you must write the paragraph you got it, para 5, para 6. You know, the lecturer for LJU is the quietest person ever. You just see the results. Yeah. Okay. When answering questions, students are expected to make use of the study guide as well as any other relevant source to the question. The study guide must be referenced like any other source. Use proper language grammar and make use of full sentences. You must not write using bullets or numbering. Rather, you need to provide a narrative of a coherent, logical, and consistent argument. This English is too much. Okay. No marks will be awarded for plagiarized work. You should only include your bibliography, sources that were actually consulted. There is a tendency among students to cite sources that have not been referred to in the prescribed material, even though they did not consult them. If you are unable to access a primary source, you must make it clear in the footnote that the information is being obtained obtained from the secondary source. Hey. Here's, they gave you an example of how to do it. Ne? If you got, like in the study guide, you find that there is some referenced notes. Like when you open the study guide, where's my study guide? I think I kept it. I don't know where I kept it. There are some footnotes in the study guide. So it means the study guide becomes the secondary source of information, right? Whatever is referenced in the study guide, it means you did not consult it directly. Therefore, it's a secondary source. If you did not consult something directly, you got it from in the study guide. You will see in the study guide it's referenced. It's referenced because the person who prepared the study guide consulted the thing directly. When you are consulting it from the study guide, it's a secondary. That is how people don't do well. They just quote the study guide. They've given you an example how to cite a secondary source. Here, it's 10 marks, but it's stressful, ne? There are divergent views on how judges decide cases. From the objective theory's perspective, judges are a part of a community of interpreters, and this community determines how judges must decide cases. Briefly explain the perspective using Dworkin'S Communalist theory. Your answer should not exceed 300 words for 5 marks. Dworkin'S. Hey, let's end session. All right. Okay, we're gonna start by letting the lecturer know what is objective theories, or what do they do. Objective theories of adjudication maintain that judges do not simply decide cases according to their personal preferences. Rather, their decisions are shaped by objective constraints. Why is the English doing this to me? It's Sunday anyway. Okay. Objective theories of adjudication maintain that judges do not simply decide cases according to their personal preferences. Rather, their decisions are shaped by certain objective constraints. One example of this perspective is Ronald Dworkin's communalist theory, which recognizes the significance of a community of interpreters, namely the judges and the broader legal tradition on judicial decision making. I don't know where the English is living. Darwin starts by distinguishing between easy and hard cases. In an easy case, there is a clear applicable rule contained in legislation, and the judge merely applies the rule to the facts, right? These cases pose little interpretive difficulties. In hard cases, more than one possible rule or principle could apply, creating ambiguity within the existing legal framework. Here, judges must look beyond the literal text. So, according to Dworkin'S, like every time I say Dworkin or Dworkin or whatever, I'm thinking of Darwin. You remember in biology, LLB, in life sciences, we have the Darwin theory. Survival of the fittest. That's what happened in fourth year. According to Dworkin'S, these multiple rules appear relevant. Judges must determine which rule carries greater weight by examining the underlying principles of the legal system. These principles embody the moral and political values that inform communities' legal tradition. Judges look to precedent, which is like the judgments of cases before the ones that are before them. The historical development of law and the coherent body of legal principles to guide their choice. Dworkin, guys, calls this process the law of integrity, emphasizing that judges must interpret the law in a way that fits existing legal materials and upholds the system's internal coherence. Hey. This communal constraint ensures that judges do not invent rules. Instead, they remain grounded in the legal tradition and shared interpretive practices of the community of interpreters, namely other judges and legal scholars who have contributed to the evolution of this tradition. Through these perspectives, judicial decisions are not purely subjective or personal, but are tied to a larger objective framework with that respects consistency, collective sense, and precedent of of justice evolving within the community. And that is all for question 1. Very simple. Like, the thing about this module, you get the answers, they are there, but you're also told don't copy. So, and they say don't copy, then reference. Like, what must we do, guys? What do we want? Don't copy, reference, write in your own words. Hey. But that is all, simple and clear for LJU assignment 1, question 1. We'll see you in part 2. I love you so much.